Hello everybody, how's it going? Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the volume alright? Okay, let's start with this thing. Okay, what's happening here? What the hell? Oh, okay. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Just gonna clean up this part a little bit before starting. Let's create a few couple. Okay. Oh, that was a mask. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do that here. Delete hidden, and I'm gonna close the holes. Okay. I'm gonna turn on double to properly see here down like down from this polygroup that I'm trying to do. The thing is, it's a little bit tricky because this part is a bit like stitched together. Okay, so I'm gonna try. Yeah, this part is the one that I don't want, so Just gonna mask this part, not this one. Put this one here. Got that one too. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of delete him, delete everything. And I'm just gonna patch this because what I want to do, like, I have this piece from this is what Oscar did. Okay. Oh no. Ah, I cloned it. Okay, let's do it again. So this is what Oscar did, which looks pretty amazing. But the sculpt is a little bit like dirty here, so I just want to clean it up and maybe do a ZBrush to have like cleaner meshes before continuing, and then because it's like all Dynamesh, and so I'm just gonna clean it up, do a polygroup here, and check that everything is correctly hidden, which was not because you cannot actually see these faces when you don't have double turned on. So let's do that. Okay, actually I need a bit more here. Oh man, these shapes are okay. Yeah, let's get rid of that too. And then I'll just gonna bring back everything else because I just want this part here gone. So I'm gonna create a new polygroup there. Okay. Then delete hidden. And now we have this. So I'm gonna close the holes. But let me check if... Yeah, okay. So now I have separate geometries here, which is better to preserve those parts separate. Just a very fast cleanup, nothing too fancy. And then I'm just gonna group everything. Gonna duplicate it to, because what I like to do with this one is actually use the smooth strong and give it a good pass here, just so I lose like the major forms, because I want actually the remesh to be more general, not to take like absolutely every single shape. Might actually do like another remesh, because it was done with Dynamesh with project on, so it's harder to smooth. So let's try 128. In this case, I just want to just want like a real simple mesh, so I can like ZBrush this thing and then reproject all the details. So let's try and solution. Supposed to be not super high, which I guess this was a bit too high. So let's try the 64. Yeah, something like this, which then I can just smooth easier. Let me check. Yeah, I have the project turned on too, so okay. Problem is, yeah, it's gonna merge those things. Okay, I might have to go back. What is happening here? What's happening here? Oh, okay, yeah, this was another. I was looking at the wrong part. It's actually supposed to be attached together. I'm going to try and separate this as much as possible from each other. It's not gonna be noticeable, it's just to have a cleaner mesh, because I want actually this part to be separate. But then that means that I might actually have to have a higher res dynamesh to preserve that and not make them blend mesh together. Okay, yeah, I think that's it, like 180, 128. But now I'm just gonna do the smooth strong. What is this? Oh wait, what is this? Oh, okay, I had smooth valleys, not smooth strong. That's why I was picking the wrong brush. So in this case, I want to smooth everything as much as possible without losing the form, because I just want to have a cleaner remesh and then just reproject everything. Just try and lose all the details, not the forms. Not that much anyway. Something like this. Yeah, the inside of the mount's gonna be tricky. And that's it. I'm gonna do the same for. Okay, yeah, now let's finish this one first. And see what comes with the remesh. This is actually quite low, but I think it works on the main shapes, preserving everything. Yeah, so I'm guessing I'm gonna stick with this. I just don't like how it's looking here in the center. Just want to have like a little bit cleaner topology. Like this. And I think this is perfect. And now comes the fun part, the project. Subdivide. Project. How much? Okay. So a little bit more than 500,000, and the shapes are starting to come. Okay, yeah, let me... There's gonna be a tricky area here. Okay, I guess... Yeah, I'm just gonna smooth this part before... I'm gonna smooth this part as much as possible because it's giving me a bit of trouble on the cleanup. Delete this one. And do the whole smooth thing again. Very simple stuff. Okay. I'm getting this weird topology here because that I don't like. So let's move this one a bit more. Do it again. Okay, yeah, this is perfect. And now, yeah, I think this works. So by a couple times, project. I like to check first with, before continuing if there's any trouble with the projection. It looks like it isn't giving me any problems. Project again. Yeah, this part's gonna be tricky because okay. Okay, now keep this one and delete this one. And okay, it's better. And now just Let's do the same with this one. Should be way easier. Smooth strong. Because this one doesn't need any cleanup. And yeah, that's it. This works too. This one, okay, this is not too much. Just a couple of levels. Just one more. Okay, perfect. So now I have everything here. Let's go. Gonna start with the torso. See what I can come up with. I always like to start the dynamesh super low. I really love the design, it's quite cool. I'm gonna try and push it as much as I can. I think I'm just gonna rotate the head a little bit. Come on. Just a very simple rotation. And bring the neck here a bit forward. actually. Okay, yeah, I forgot about these things. No. Gonna bring this thing down. Gotta work with the design. Try not to think too much on this thing. Just try and get the shapes quickly and gonna try something here. I don't know how good it would look like that. So here it would be cool to have like little arms like a quadruped. Oh, I have an idea. Okay. Yeah, I have an idea. Yeah, I like this. part. I don't even remember how they went, but let's try something like this. And then we can adjust. It's fine. Actually, I want the head to be a little, like, even more extreme than that. Yeah. Something like that. And then let's work on these. So, what is this? Check something real quick. Okay, so I just realized I'm getting Facebook comments, but I'm not getting the chat to work. So I'll be checking on Facebook from time to time. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the tech issues. I don't know what's going on. Oh no. Yeah, I moved it. Okay, that's quite easy to fix. Because I had the wrong rotation for this one, it looked all weird. Perfect. Let's go. This can be like the muscle that pulls, like the chest or something. Looks super ugly always in the beginning. It's just a matter of just get the main shapes working. Sometimes it's quite easy, sometimes takes a bit more refining to do. Um, once you get there, it's really simple stuff. What up, dude? How's it going? How's life? I don't even know if this thing is gonna work or not. Maybe shortened. Oh, okay. I know. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Oh, nice, dude. Is it difficult to set up? Yeah, the forms, silhouette and all is still not working 100%, but it's getting there, it's getting there. I really want this thing to have like super tiny arms. In this part. I'm having a problem with the volume. No. Don't go into what the hell was that? Yeah. Something like this. Just trying to avoid getting too caught up in the details for now. Trying to get the main shapes working. Yeah, dude, let me know. Let me know how it goes. Um, I don't think I have anything, but I might like. I'm gonna look for something to print, but I don't really think I have anything right now. What up? Okay, I like this idea. Hey, what's up, Sculptman? Um, why are you sorry? It's good to see you too. Good to see you guys here. Cause I forgot to say, just for this month, I'm going to be streaming. So like for today, and then what's up? Next Tuesday, 23rd, and next Tuesday, the 30th. It's only gonna be 2 hours, from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time, which would be 6 to 8 Pacific time. Which it's just gonna be probably like this month, and then hopefully I can go back to 3 hours again. Which is it's cool, like to sometimes shorter streams are easier um, to manage, but I quite like the 3 hours. Nice to meet you, Angelo. How's it going? Um, hey, David, ya. Estuvo súper cool, la verdad. Lo que pasa es que regresé con un montón de pendientes y cosas que resolver primero, entonces pues, ni hablar, no había tenido chance como de ponerme al corriente con los streams. La semana pasada no tuve stream por eso, pero muy bien. I really like um, these types of exercises. I don't know how to say it, like practices. Um, just freestyle sculpting. I really enjoy that. It's so it's not very common that I do it now, because not all projects can be like freestyle. Sometimes I have to actually um, finish a piece. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of texturing lately, a lot of UVs and technical stuff, retopo, because it's super cool to just be able to freestyle sculpt now and then. Have you guys all watched the ZBrush Summit presentations? Because I just started watching last night the ones that I missed, which there were quite a lot because I wonder, but I like for every talk I think I was always outside just like doing the Michelangelo challenge or just hang out with people, not really went into the talks. So yeah, now I'm catching up on all that. Thanks, Red Edge 3D. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I love doing this type of stuff. I feel like I've sculpted so many hands now that I'm just like dreading to do it again. But I'll do something else instead. I'm just gonna open. Let me just save this first. Um, okay, and then I'm going to open. Check. I'm gonna open this hand that I did, and let's use this one. It's really cool because it has the polygroups already, so it's gonna be quite useful for just concepting this. So let's append the hand, and oh no. Let's put it here. Yeah, it looks really weird right now, but I'm gonna try and do like quite demonic hands. For this one, so like let's see if I can manage to get the decent remesh without losing the space between the fingers, because that might be a problem. If not, we can always separate. No, don't want subdivisions. And I've been working here with 32. Let's see if like 64 here can do it. Yeah, it's still good enough. Oh no, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to lose a little bit of this, so let me go back to the rectangle. I know it looks weird, but it's just to be able to separate it. Yeah. I think this should be enough. Yeah. Okay, now I can just start. Adjusting the shapes. Hey, Sneezing Pixel, you mean the Sculptris Pro. I like it. I like it quite a lot. I've tried it since the beta, and I really liked it. The only thing is that I really like about might be the way that I sculpt. Uh, because let me go back to the normal smooth because I was too strong. And what is happening with my I think it might be the way that I sculpt because I like to work with Dynamesh here and um, I like to start with very low res, like this is 32 on Dynamesh, so barely no details at all, just like main shapes. And um, I like to change the size of the brush quite a lot for different things. Like I'm always pressing S to do this type of stuff. So with the Sculptris Pro, I have to be much more mindful of that because it changes the way the details are placed. So let's try and mask. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna try. Ah, yeah, okay, it was because I had the back face masking. Turn this off. So if I'm in Sculptris mode, I'm gonna be sculpting and creating detail and whatnot. And then if I change the brush size, it's going to add or reduce detail. So I really have to be mindful of the way that I'm using that. So like when I'm just working on the base, I prefer to do more of a just straight up Dynamesh because I feel like I have more control over the primary shapes, the primary forms. And what is happening here with the brush? Okay, yeah, for some reason it went crazy with the intensity. I prefer to like have more control over the primary shapes, and then when I'm adding the details, I'll sometimes use the Sculptris if it's like a concept piece. Um, but it's really easy, like it's quite useful. Okay, I'm not liking the shoulder, so I'm just gonna, yeah, I think it was missing like the shoulder part of it. Doesn't really have like proper chest type of thing. But it's really useful. Like I sometimes like what I do is work on Dynamesh for um, some time, like low res, and when I have the primary shapes already um, like established, I'll just start detailing stuff with the Sculptris. But for these early stages, I find that it's quite easier for me to do Dynamesh for now. Yeah, backface masking. That was too much. Yeah. Try to rotate the model all the time to see all the minutia that you might be missing. So yeah, the hand, I was cheating with the hand because I did not want to sculpt a new hand from scratch. So I don't know. I actually don't know if it's cheating if I did the hand before. I mean, I'm always saying I cheated, but I actually approve of this so much. Yeah, I don't care. Sometimes you just have to do it, so otherwise you go crazy. Just need more definition here because it's quite low. Oh no, what happened there? I still have all the polygroups here in the hand, so it's really easy to come and fix stuff. So these both are 32. I'm just gonna merge them. And let me first mirror the hand, blah blah blah. For this one, I'm actually going to try and do 64 to try and yeah, conserve some of the detail here, and then I have more resolution to play with. It's actually 64? No, I don't think it's 64. That's it. It's important to make this cut go into the inside of like the hand. I like this idea, so I'm gonna try and do the same in some areas. Like I think it looks like super simple for now, at least this part. But I like it because it's getting the first shapes in there, and then comes the detailing part. Same here. Just gonna do a 64. And yeah, start letting stuff. I'm gonna use the smooth strong again, just for some things. Would actually be cool to have something here in the middle. Yeah. Like make the ribs implicit there, at least in the back. It looks like chicken. I'm just getting hungry. Oh no. Try to exaggerate the forms a little bit more, because I think it's like too stale. So even if I'm sketching for like a concept or something, I always like to keep the geometry clean. In case I need to modify stuff, it's always easier to just come here and do like low res and adjust stuff. Super easy. So I'm gonna do actually like a remesh here quite soon. And for this one, I'm gonna put the Aki curve to like pull this thing away. I'm actually gonna do the same here. Not too much, but like enough to have this angle. And then just have it straight here. Yeah, something like that. Like, disclaimer, this probably won't work like in movement. Most certainly won't work. Like the way the arms are gonna move and stuff like that, it's just gonna clash with everything, but it's just a concept. So it's just like it looks fun. I really don't care about that right now. Well, so what I'm doing here is just some of this stuff. To create more variety in the hands. So that's why it's super useful to have all the polygroups still there. What's happening? I'm not sure if I like the hands there. Trying to place them can be quite a challenge. Because they look good from certain angles, but from others, not so much, I think. Or maybe if I just take the whole arm here. No, not the whole arm, but this part. Just open it up a little bit more. Yeah, no, don't feel bad, man. It's I mean, it's a work in progress. It's still not finished, so I might change it later. I need to correct this part here. So I messed up. I don't know. I have like a love-hate relationship with hands because it has a curve. That's why. I have a love-hate relationship with the hands because they're super important and were done right. I think they add a lot to the character. But I'm like super uh, bored of doing hands because like yeah, seriously, I did a lot um, in this past few months for different projects. So it's been like more hands. That's why I'm cheating now. Because yeah, if it's the same base, not every hand has to come from a sphere. Like why do that? Not useful. I need to do something with the hands because they're looking too human. Um, that might be clashing with the rest of the design. But for now, I like them much more. Yeah, yeah, it's still like a human hand. It could be like a really thin, long person's hand. Because I don't mind for now, but yeah, I'm gonna change that later. Um, so for now, I think I'm just gonna do a remesh to have both the torso and the arms as cleaner geometry. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. Okay, it's gonna do the zero mesh. I think this works. If I need to do a remesh later, I can do it again. But I think this works. Um, yeah, this kind of stuff I don't like to have. because oh no, just to fill this a little bit, and so the remesh doesn't have that shape in it, and then I just project it or resculpt it or whatever. It's fine. What was I gonna do? Ah, yeah, the remesh. Yeah, no, none taken, man. It's fine. It's still a work in progress. Like, it's just some pose for now, but like for sure it's gonna change later. I'm sure. Okay, yeah, this is good, and I'm just gonna project it. Hard paint, no. Nope. Just getting this weird shape. Oh yeah, it's from this one. Okay, forgot to turn off the mesh underneath. Perfect. Just checking that everything's fine. Everything's working okay, and then I'm just gonna get rid of this. No. Oh shit. Delete. And for this one, I'm gonna do the same. Duplicate. Gonna smooth details a little bit. And a zero mesh. And the same thing, this is like 150, so like that is fine. Project. I'm just gonna get rid of this one. And I'm back with this guy. Hello. I think in Korean it's Anya or something like that. Is that Korean, right? Yeah, Anya. I don't know how to say it properly. I learned it with a friend. Moshi Moshi. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Okay. Young? What is that? Okay, so now it's time to get like crazy with the stuff. Let's try and do cool shapes. Hello, I don't know how to say your name, but welcome. I don't know how to read those characters. I'm so sorry. I always love how they look though. Like it's super cool looking. how do you pronounce it? Like Jijang? Is that Japanese? Jijang is Japanese? I'm not sure. Puka. Okay. Hello, Puka. Welcome. Nice to meet you. ¿Qué onda, Diego? Gracias. Muchas gracias. Ahí va quedando poco a poco. Tienes un chiste. Okay, so I have to fix this thing here. Because the muzzle was all... That's why it's super important to always be on the lookout for... like, check out the model from every possible angle, because you never know when you're gonna find stuff like that. Trying to get like bony structures here. ¿Qué onda, Doom? ¿Qué dice la vida? Welcome. Welcome everybody. Man, I just love doing creatures. It's just so much fun. Yeah, there are some rules you have to follow, like what I said here. That's not gonna work this part. But I just like to play with the shapes a lot. It's really fun. Exactamente, Doom. Exactamente. Does Siri measure eliminate the need for a topology? No. No, because if you're doing a model for production, you're always going to have to use manual retopology, at least for organic stuff, if you're not using a base mesh. Siri mesh can be real useful for getting quick and clean geometry for sculpting or for some shapes. Especially like, for example, if you're doing games, you can build a high-res mesh however you want. And then just use, like, you can use manual retopo if you want. Like, there's not rules for that. It just has to look good, and then you just bake it. But for the low poly, you have to use manual retopo always, because you know exactly where to put things. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Like for example here, I did the retopo in order to have cleaner topology, and for example, if I need to move things around, I can always go lower and do stuff. And it's a cleaner way to work, because ZBrush, even though like things like Dynamesh and Sculptris Pro exist, those things were like are more recent in the life of ZBrush, and I've been thinking like, or like, yeah, thinking about the program and the way it was designed in the beginning. I think like ZBrush really likes subdivisions. It works really well when you subdivide things, because the navigation, it's faster, it's easier, smoother. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'll try to, at least, without breaking the geometry too much. So yeah, when you have subdivisions, it's always faster to work with. Dynamesh can get really heavy, and especially like Sculptris can get really heavy after a while. Like there's actually a limit, I think. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I first sketched all the forms, all the primary forms with Dynamesh, and yeah, if you can see here, like the silhouette, I'm gonna put. So since I created this one, I sketched the primary forms first, um, with Dynamesh, and then did a ZBrush, and after that, if you watch the silhouette of the creature, you're gonna notice that not much is changing in terms of silhouette, because that's what primary shapes are for. Like you establish the main things um, first, and then just focus on the secondary things. So like here you can see all the details and stuff like that. Slowly building, um, slowly building them. What is this for? It's just for fun. Oscar and myself, we have this stream called this stream is called Pass the Sculpt. So we start just sketching and concepting ideas. This is like the fourth one, or fifth, I don't know. And like um, last week, Oscar did this part. He did these shapes, the head, the neck, this part here. It looks really cool. Um, he told me I could modify it, but I don't really want to like change the things he did that much. Just the original one was this one, but like let me open the original one so you can see. So this is the original one. That's what he did last week, and then I'm just taking this one and going further with, yeah, some ideas. So like this still needs a lot of detail here, quite a lot. But the main shapes are already established, so that's cool, and that's what I wanted. Is using Dynamesh with subdivisions not a thing, because when I control drag, it removes that. You can have subdivisions, but yeah, I don't know why it's so hard for a lot of people to wrap their head around the remesh of Dynamesh. Because when I used to teach, several of my students like would start subdividing or even like see remesh stuff and things like that, and then do the Dynamesh, and they would be super surprised of losing the subdivisions. When you do a control drag, you're basically doing a remesh on the resolution that you have here from scratch, so you lose everything. You can have like when I use Dynamesh with subdivisions, it's usually like I sketch the main shapes first, and then I subdivide those shapes and keep going. But like I don't do that anymore. I think I prefer to do the ZBrush and continue with that one because it's cleaner, and also it helps me to go back to lower subdivisions. And with Dynamesh I cannot do that, so like I could go back to lower subdivisions, but not lower than the one I started with. So yeah, that's why I don't do that anymore. But it's possible. It's certainly possible to just subdivide Dynamesh. Yeah, the way I see this character, it's maybe like a genetic experiment gone super wrong, like a human mutated with some alien thing, maybe like a crossbreed or some lab experiment. I don't know. I was not really thinking about that, but maybe like in the back of my head, it's just like a really deformed humanoid alien creature thing. Because I always like to reference a little bit of humanity in the creatures, to have certain things be somewhat recognizable. Thank you, Red Edge. Yeah, I try to spend quite some time on the primary shapes. I think they're super important. If your primary shapes work fine, then like sometimes you don't even need detail. Like if this character was going to be seen from this angle, like I would just stop there. Maybe add some more stuff to like here in the forearms or something to add to the silhouette, but it's primary shape is super important. Of course, if you're like closer, you can detail as much as you want. But I don't like detailing stuff when the primary shapes aren't working, because you can look through it. It looks really ugly. Oh, congrats, man. Oh, it's so cool. You're just starting with university? So jealous, man. Miss those times. Um, I use the V key to toggle the. So like I changed my interface, but usually let's show restore the standard UI. So you have these two swatches. You have black and white usually, like in the default. So with V you change between these two, and since ZBrush models, when they're starting, it's just like basically transparent. So they take whatever color you put them. So yeah, that's why I just toggle with V. It's like a really simple way to watch the silhouette because I'm not distracted by the details in between. I'm just focusing on the silhouette. Yeah, restore custom UI. And yeah, I mean, I've seen like a lot of people, a lot of artists doing when they're doing concepts, the sketches, like the silhouette sketches in 2D. I don't really like that. I think, especially if it's going to be something done in 3D, like for 2D stuff, I think it's fine. But for 3D, I prefer this method much more because you're actually doing both things at once, like working on the volumes and the shapes, and actually also the silhouette. So I think this is a more valuable way of doing silhouettes. actually making the sketches in 3D and making sure everything works fine in the I lost the word, in the anatomy of whatever it is you're doing. I prefer it that way anyway. Like I'm not saying it's wrong the other way. It's just that I prefer it this way because I think you get much more information that way. Oh, 7 months. It's still like you're just starting almost. But good luck, man. Good luck with your studies and your projects, and congrats on starting. Um, Not for now. Like the plan is to eventually have one. It's just that I'm finishing other projects that I cannot show for once, and then I'm doing other stuff that's not like really streamable, like other non-ZBrush, non-3D stuff sometimes. So like for now, my time it's quite full, but the plan is to real soon start doing stuff on my channel. But thank you so much for the follow. Like I do have it. It's um, I started last year, and this year I did a couple after the new version 2018 came out. I did one in Spanish for friends and students in Mexico to just like real quick show them the new tools and stuff like that. But for now, I've been really busy. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Means a lot. Yeah, if you're in Art Station, give me a follow and I'll follow your stuff back. It's a good way of knowing new people and new artists. It's just yeah, just follow me there and I'll follow you back. Cool. Thanks, guys. I don't know why, but like sometimes things just click. Sometimes they don't. Like I've had times like even here on stream, like sometimes it's really hard to come up with ideas of how to do things, um, or make things work the way you want them to. But for some reason, I feel like today everything's coming out exactly the way I want to. So it's nice. It's nice when it's nice when that happens. You cannot always count on that, but it's nice. So here, for example, it's starting to pixelate because the shapes are starting to break a lot of the base silhouette. So uh, when you're reaching these levels, you need to subdivide, but not for now. Like I'm still like still have a lot of work to do here. I don't know what I did with the standard brush. I changed something. I don't know what I did. But it's looking real nice. So sometimes these accidents happen, and like what I usually do is just go back to brush and reset, blah blah blah. But I like this standard brush. It's not quite the, like for example, if I use the damn standard, it's not exactly the same. You see? Like it's giving me a different type of stroke. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna save this one as a brush preset. So save as, and I'm just gonna put it here in the desktop for now. Standard. Yeah, happy accident, but I'm stealing it. And later I'll put it here. But I have it now. Where is it? It's here. Standard. No. Okay. I lost the hotkey. It's okay. It's there. Yeah, I really like this one. I don't even know what happened. I'm just gonna save again. Okay, so this is, save that one, and now no. Where's the standard one? Where's the basic? Where can I get the? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna reset the brush. Just make sure that I did save the other one. Yeah, I did save it. So now I'm going to reset the brush. Because there's something that I did. Yeah, so it's back to normal. Then I can use this other one. Which it might, I think it's just like the focal shift. I don't know what I moved. No idea. I'm just gonna save hotkey. Okay, yeah, later. I don't need to do that right now. Sometimes this happens, that the C intensity gets all wacky and super super strong. Sometimes saving helps, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes let's load this thing again to see if it's fixed. Oh, it's quite strong. Just have to work with that. Or I can try and do yeah, let's save this one. Try the reset again. No, it's still there. So let's go to restart ZBrush. Sometimes it happens. I don't know why. Let's load this one. The only problem is that the background, it's so ugly now. I really hate this background. There you go. And now it should be fixed. No, it's still super strong. What's happening here? Right. I'm gonna close ZBrush real quick. No. I'm almost out of time. But I'll try to work a little bit more on this guy. Yeah, 2 hours feels super quick. I'm really used to doing the 3 hours, and 2 hours feels really quick. Yeah, much better. Because for this stuff I really like to use the prime pressure. So I really hate when it malfunctions. So in this case, when I have when I'm having problems with resolution, not smoothing or something, it's always super easy to just go back and in levels. Yeah, no, I know what you mean with the Windows ink thing. It's not that. It's yeah, I checked the problem and I deactivated that thing a long ago. It's just that sometimes, for some reason, the intensity in ZBrush gets a little bit wacky and starts doing super strong strokes. And sometimes it helps to save the project or the tool, but not always. So like just a reset of the whole thing. It's usually what fixes it. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Or try to at least. Not putting like super heavy detail for now, because when working subdivisions, it's really important to go as far as the subdivision allows first, and then subdivide and work on that again. But so for now, this is as far as it can let me go. So it's gonna stay there for now. Just maybe like make them stronger. Naturally German? Why? Of course not. I'm super Mexican. Red Edge, are you German? Am I missing like a joke or something? Because I didn't get it. Oh, nice. What part of Germany you're from? Yeah, Germans have a very clear English in my experience. Aber ich kann immer noch ein bisschen Deutsch von als vor 9 Jahren, ich habe in Deutschland gewohnt für 11 Monaten. Also ich kann immer noch ein bisschen, aber ich muss viel mehr üben. So yeah, that's as far as I can go today with the German. I lived there for yeah, thanks man. I lived there for 11 months, a long time ago. And I still remember some things, but I need to practice it a lot. Like I used to be really good at speaking. So I could speak with anyone in the street and stuff like that. I lived in 3 small towns really close to Ulm. They're called Illertissen, Föhringen, and Weißenhorn. Like really, like basically like small cities, around between 10,000 and 20,000 Einwohner. So like really, really small places. And I come from Mexico City, so for me the change was like huge. But it was really nice. And I went to Ulm all the time. I went to Munich quite often as well. It was just like 2 hours away in the train. And I got to go like to basically all the main German cities at least once. Yeah, yeah, Bayern. I really miss Germany though. Like I currently I'm living in Montreal right now, and now I have the opposite thing. Like I have to learn French, but like the Canadian French version, which is like quite different from the European one. And I really like Germany. Like if the industry there was as big as in Canada or the US, like without a doubt, I would try and go there. But it's quite not the same. Yeah, I'm in Montreal. I've it's almost a year now. Well, it's like 10 months since I moved to Montreal. Yeah, I don't know how much ZBrush is, but like seriously, I think it's one of the best investments you can make. Like the first two or three softwares that I would buy would be like ZBrush and Substance Painter and maybe like Keyshot or Marmoset Toolbag, because they're usually really cheap and um, they're really cheap, and like in the case of ZBrush you get like free upgrades for life. And I bought mine in 2013 and I've never paid again for any update. It's really really cool, and it's an amazing piece of software. Like it's just incredible how many things they're adding to it. You're in Montreal as well? Oh, nice. Yeah, that's so cool. I love the city. I really love the. People think that I'm exaggerating when I say that, but I really like the city. It's so beautiful, and it's also like really. It has this quite cool vibe. Anjou, what is that? Oh, so like it's another city. What is this? Oh, okay. So yeah, it's weird because Montreal is like the huge island, but it's not so dense. I didn't know Anjou. Might visit sometime. Yeah, just watching in the map. That's cool. I'm really close to downtown Montreal. I'm in the plateau. It's a really nice place. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's super far. It's the I just sometimes I forget how huge the island is. Like I remember going to the IKEA once, and we took the metro, all the orange line, and then we took the bus, and then we had to walk. And like in the map, it was not like even like 1/3 of the island. It's super big. And then I made a comparison with Mexico City. I put like the island on top. It's almost the same size of the city, but just like uh, 10 times less people. What do you mean, Nano Panther? Where do you mean like build around the skeleton? Do you mean like resculpt after animation? Because that actually happens. Like there's people in production who basically do like shot sculpting. So you take like, and that happens as well with textures and like it's called texture enhancement, or I think that the term for sculpting is like shot sculpting. You basically fix things shot per shot. You have your base thing, and then you always have to fix stuff. Um, hey Nefem, yeah, like build your portfolio as best as you can, and like um, wish you all the luck in finding a job. Um, there's some really cool studios here. Are you planning on staying here or looking for work outside of Canada or like in Vancouver or stuff like that? I'm just gonna save again. Um, okay, guys. I'm going to stop for now because yeah, it's super quick how 2 hours go by. Oh, cool. I know a lot of people who went there. I think it's a nice place to start for sure. Good luck, man. Good luck. So yeah, I'm going to stop right there because I have to work on other stuff. And so since this month I'm going to stream only 2 hours, I'm starting later than normal. Um, but thank you so much, guys, for joining me. First stream after the summit. I think it was quite cool. I'm really happy with the results, and I want to keep working on this. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Feel free to reach me on Facebook, ArtStation, whatever. It's fine. And follow you back. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Take care. Till next week, uh, as well at 9 p.m. Okay. Bye, guys.